Hey, welcome back to the Chilove Radio Show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium. Sponsored by Chilove LLC. Thank you all for tuning in to the second segment of Chilove Radio Show. And today we're going to be, on this segment, we're going to be talking about the Uber incident, the sexual assault, and the trauma. And we have some announcements. If you would like to host your own radio show, Pop Radio Worldwide is welcoming new hosts. Please contact him at popradio.worldwide@gmail.com. And if you cannot reach him, contact me at shylovechicago@gmail.com. March 14th is the Shyback Workshop. Go to Eventbrite for your tickets. Artists and models, this is your time to take your career to the next level. If you're not leveling up, what you doing, baby? So, the Uber situation is significant to me because I had my own personal story with them a few months ago when a man was trying to take me over.
What?
Yeah, into doggone Indiana. I had to get out on the tollway. It was just like crazy.
I think I was on the phone that day.
So.
Oh, snaps. You know what? My girl shouldn't be watching this because she be on the phone. Just talk to me in the Uber. I don't know these numbers. I'm like, wait a minute, man. It's cool. And now you talking. Look, we're gonna take a lift then.
It's crazy.
So,
no, really, what happened?
Yeah, I was coming from the show, and he was blaming it on the GPS system. I was in my phone. I look up, I'm noticing like, this isn't the way to my house, you know. So I'm telling the man that this is not the way to my house. First he was acting like he was going to, engage with me or whatever. Then he just started to ignore me while I'm steady telling him, like, this ain't like nowhere near my house. Like, he on the Skyway, he going towards the Skyway. I'm steady telling him, he was ignoring me. I was talking on the phone who I was with at the time. And this is, I said it was nobody but Mama Diddy God because he tried to pay for the toll, and his card wouldn't go through.
Blessings,
and he kept on swiping, and it kept on buzzing red.
Angels.
And then he happened to go to the toll booth where it was only one worker out that night. And he happened to go, to the one where it was the worker, and she stepped out to, see what was going on with his car. And that's when I used the opportunity to be like, listen.
Look at here.
Check this out.
I slid over like, this is a Uber gone wrong. I do not live this way. You trying to take me, over state lines into Indiana. I told her I didn't feel safe. I asked if I could get out and wait with her. She was real nice about it. She let me get out.
It was a woman driver?
No, it was a man driver who had it, but it was a woman that's toll booth worker.
Got you. Okay.
And she let me stay up in one of the little toll booths. They called the little police and everything. The police officer ended up coming to get me and stuff. And Uber blamed it on the GPS.
Oh yeah. We gotta cover our tracks.
Yeah, they refunded me back my little money or whatever. But after that, I'm not walking around to be caught lacking. I'm just gonna put it like that. Like
that's crazy. I was on my phone and I seen it. Something about an Uber driver doing that, and I was like, man, is this crazy?
Yeah, it's like
you gotta keep a deuce in your boot, girl.
So.
but what kills me is when you order an Uber, they already know who you are, what you look like, So it's like people think it's safe because you know what I'm saying.
You got all the information
sick,
right there and everything. So me hearing and then. It was just extra crazy because it's like after that, all these stories started coming to my attention about Uber and Lyft and like similar things happening. And then it was like stories similar to mine to where they telling the driver one thing and he just starts to ignore them and keep driving all of a sudden,
Well, call me old-fashioned, but I never even really liked the idea of getting into people's cars and it's safe because they got a thing with a thing and then we could just do, you know what I'm saying?
Well, if they running off with you, Trevor, they bringing you back, John.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm definitely one extra for knowledge.
No, but one thing about me, though, I'm a protector. And, I love my wife. So I take her to the door. pick her up,
Yep,
drop her
in the
off,
car, yep.
wherever she going, wherever she want to go.
On the phone.
I'm the chauffeur. Call me Bentley.
Farnsworth.
Apparently, this lady did not have anyone to, take her to the door and make sure that she was okay. A 28-year-old woman was sexually assaulted on Chicago's north side, not the west side, not the east side, not the south side, where we usually hearing the stuff at, up north.
So what happened to Sharon? What happened? I'm sorry.
Now, the bar staff at Redmond's Ale House, she was out kicking it. They actually ordered her an Uber and then took her and made sure that she got into the correct car, because sometimes they be drunk and they'll get into an incorrect car and then, here come a situation. But they actually made sure she got into the Uber that they ordered. It was reported that the driver raped her and then dropped her off in the Kilbourne Park neighborhood, where she was identified. This one nobody but Mom did God.
He got the full rape bills?
She used to live in the area.
The rape kit on.
Yeah.
That's what I saw on my phone. Really.
That's crazy.
She was identified by a previous neighbor who then called 911 and notified them of the sexual assault. So it's bad enough that you done sit up there and violated her doggone body. But then you didn't even take her to the location. You didn't even take her home to make sure she, got up in the house. You gonna drop her off in another neighborhood where luckily somebody knew her at, because they used to be neighbors previously. If that wasn't the spiritual guidance and angels coming through to help this lady, you already was rude in what you was doing, and you gonna be ruder. The least you could do is not make it ass traumatized. I mean, my God, I just feel like it should be some boundaries.
Here's my thing. They ordered the thing for her now.
Yes.
I watch too many movies now. They ordered the thing for her. She didn't order the thing. They ordered the thing.
It for her, yeah.
That sounds like to me, this just, you're a writer. You're a movie guy. You write movies, beep, boop, boop. We got one. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no telling.
I'm just saying.
But after her neighbor called the police, they came and got her. She received a sexual assault forensic exam, aka a rape kit, where they said she was in good condition, which means he didn't tear her up down there.
Oh.
Thankfully, so.
She still wasn't in good condition.
Well, they're talking as far as her physical, the physical structure of the vagina was still intact.
Well, he probably was physically structured at 3 inches.
OMG. Unfortunately,
because
now
only a punk would do that. You know what I'm saying? Only a punk could try to rape a woman.
It is unknown
Come on, man.
when and where the assault took place. They said that Uber issued a statement saying that no one should have to go through that, and it was a horrible incident. They are cooperating with the police and providing info, and the driver's access to the Uber app has been removed. The police are working with the woman to track down the Uber driver and determine where exactly the sexual assault occurred. No one is in custody, according to WT.
Wow.
My question is, are they doing background checks on these people?
Exactly.
They supposed to.
It's crazy. Well, you know what? Things happen, man. People snap. They mind snap. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, everybody got, what she call it?
What's it?
PSTV?
PTSD. Right.
Yes.
All them letters
Yes,
nowadays.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's like, you never know what a person gonna do, It's like 1 minute they normal, the next minute they mind snap.
Yeah, but rape a woman? I mean, I never got that. I never got it.
It's the same thing as what makes you kill a man.
That's a little more justifiable than
Not
raping
really.
a woman to me.
Not
Like,
really.
you know
Not
what I'm
really.
saying?
You stepped on my shoe, I'll blow your brains out. How's that justifiable? You didn't give me a chance to wipe your shoe off. Say excuse me.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
So it's no matter how you look at it, wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing justifiable with wrong.
I just think that it's a shame that you just don't feel safe anymore.
Oh, yeah.
You shouldn't have to walk around with things on you to be prepared. Me personally, and speaking only from myself, I don't like having to check a person, get an understanding with a person, go there with a person.
Right.
It hurts me. It hurts me to do it. And the fact that you have put me in a situation to where I feel like I need to protect myself, I'm gonna f you up. You understand? We is not gonna play no doggone games out here.
Right.
You can't tell me that my life is less important because you want to come and violate my being and my personal space.
Right.
And we as women, I should not have to walk around. We have some tips here. First tip, look like a tough target. I should not have to walk around carrying myself as a dude almost so that somebody won't attack me.
You ain't gonna get the straight back braids?
I should be.
You like to set it off.
I used to wear it with my little.
You got to go outside looking very unattractive.
Yeah, that's
well,
crazy.
Well, I'm going to tell you though, one thing is women got to understand, late nights and all that, I understand this independent thing y'all got going and I don't need a man and this, that, and other. But in the same token, it's like, you guys will put yourselves in situations. You ain't got no business out by yourself late at night taking
We're going to come right on back and talk about putting yourself in situations. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to come right back with the Chilove Radio Show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium.
Bitch, I go harder than Hardaway. My money fast is on underlay. I do not settle for underpaid. Bitch,
Hey love, welcome back to the Chilove Radio Show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium. We talking about the Uber incident and where this 28-year-old woman got sexually assaulted. We're giving tips. Look like a tough target. Mr. Jones here was talking about putting yourself in situations. I want to say this. We have to be, yes, keep eyes up and alert. That's the second tip, right? But at the same time, I don't care where you was at, who you was with, what you had on. It is not your fault if somebody violates your body in your personal space. You understand? Because that victim shaming is a lot of stuff that's going on out here, and people are not reporting it and not coming forth because they have somebody that told them, well, you shouldn't have had that on. You shouldn't have been over there. What you was doing out there late. It doesn't matter. To keep yourself safe, yes, be aware. Certain neighborhoods, whatever, let people know that where you going and so forth, somebody that you could trust, and then you got to be careful with that, because you could be letting the person who finna do something to you letting them know your every doggone move, so it's easy to slide up on you or set it up. But no, it's never your fault if somebody hurt you. Like what? It's not your fault if somebody hurt you, ladies. You hear me? Even men, because men are getting sexually assaulted out here.
Hide your kid, hide your wife. They raping everybody out here.
Everybody. You know what I'm talking about? And it's not your fault. You was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Somebody's targeting you. Whatever the little situation is. But they say try not to show fear and nervousness. Make yourself difficult to deal with. One example was to drop your weight down. They say bend your knees and drop your weight down. Make yourself difficult to deal with. Thrash your body from side to side. Make it harder for them to get a good grip on. Basically go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hit the person in the groin area.
But that might turn some people on,
OMG.
No, I'm serious. You gotta be careful. People are sick,
OMG. If they choke, if you're getting choked, they say aim for the thumbs and not the fingers. Try to break that thumb loose. If you're going to kick with a flat foot. If they got you in a headlock, grab for their hands and try to, break that. Aim for the body parts linked to breathing or breathing. The groin, the nose, the eyes. Chop them in the throat real quick,
Get you a conceal and carry.
Get your conceal and carry. Fight.
That'll stop alleviate all that.
If you gotta fight. But they say keep your chin down to prevent a TKO, because somebody hit you in that jaw real quick and
They used to call you jawbone.
It's over with. Try to block the hits and know when to submit to save your life, because sometimes you're gonna come across people who are determined to do what they're gonna do regardless. Like they came prepared for you to try to fight back.
Wow.
And as I was told, people ain't gentlemanly about, snatching you up and doing what they gonna do to you. So
then you gotta be careful anyway with this sex trafficking anyway.
yeah, OMG, sex trafficking.
How about what he said at the end, the last one, about putting yourself in that
position, yeah.
Remember, how he closed that? How he
Putting being aware of your surroundings, putting yourself in the situation.
Right. You remember he closed the last second?
Yeah. Now let's talk about let's talk about that. Elaborate.
Somebody said self-defense class on the thing.
Self-defense class?
Yeah, they said
self-defense classes.
I'm gonna tell you how you put yourself in that situation. You know, with women are attractive. You know, you get a few cocktails, you don't mean no harm, you just flirty in a club, this, that, and the other. But to that guy, it's a she want me type mentality that he's carrying, and you giving off them vibes. You feel me? So you giving off them vibes like you easy.
And she throwing herself.
Yeah.
She just being friendly with a little wink. Hey,
right. You know, she just being nice, but he taking it like she throwing herself at me. So he gonna push his move. You know what I'm saying? And this person might be a little mentally challenged. You get what I'm saying? But you just call yourself winking and being nice, being flirty, smiley, because you out having a good time, and then things happen. So you know, a lot of times you got to be careful with that. You can't wink and smile at everybody. You can't do that. Don't put yourself in that situation. Everybody has to be winked and smiled at.
What a world.
Yeah,
I'm ready to see
cold world.
What a world.
It's a cold world, but I mean, it's
You
the
know,
truth.
they found a new little planet. They trying to see if it's habitable. I just feel like they should just
put them on there.
There should be a separation because, especially when, you know, ladies' night. I need a ladies' night actually.
Just
you going out?
Virus. That's all.
Right. When that Uber driver raped her, she should have had the coronavirus.
Just hit them motherfuckers with
Or
the
just put on that
coronavirus.
mask like, I'm trying to tell you something. Put the
It is ridiculous that you have to go through so much, or you have to withdraw and hold yourself back. First of all, like you said, you out, you had a few drinks. And especially if she out with her girls and it's a ladies' night, that's really what they focusing on. It's just the ladies having fun. So we really not paying too much attention to y'all fellas, to be honest.
Wait a minute.
Y'all just a part of the party.
Now,
really.
hold the hell on.
So
you telling me
I'm dancing with you after this dance is over with. Let me go.
So y'all go out to the club to drink and listen to music. That's what it
And
is. You don't care about
fun.
no dudes, nobody, moist chestnuts, none of that.
Relax.
Oh, okay.
If you come
capping like a mug.
Melanie, no, I'm going to say something real quick because this is very, very, very important, the message that we put out, which is you got to be careful when you go out here to have a drink, to jump in an Uber after you done had a drink. Right. And like Melanie said, you got to be aware of your surroundings. And my brother said, you got to be careful how loose you is out here because some of these dudes, you act a little loose and they think it's go time. You know what I'm saying? And you just having fun. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is, I was just trying to say, be careful, man, of who you call a friend, man, and just be careful of these substances that's out here. Don't take no drinks from just anybody because that girl was just raped on Facebook Live not too long ago inside of a club while she was dancing on the dance floor by some dude who put something in her drink. And nobody said, you know, they didn't even do nothing about it. They locked
and
it up.
if you leave your drink,
don't go back
and drink.
Yeah, leave that thing alone. Get another.
Yeah, that Facebook Live, it freaked me out. You wanna know why? Because when we go to the club, that's how we dance.
But that's disgusting for some thirsty, for some thirsty old dude to slip a Mickey in a girl drink at a club to try to give it to her on the dance floor while she orders some drink. That's some sick stuff. I don't know, you know.
But that's you know, I feel like we need to do, yes, those who can be victimized do need to become more aware and try to, you know, protect yourself from it if you can. But the real iron fist needs to come down on those who are taking it the wrong, taking her friendliness as an invitation.
Right.
You know, a lot of times
those are the mentally challenged.
You take it away from the abuser and put the emphasis and the attention on the person who done got abused, and you telling them, well, you shouldn't have been wearing this, you shouldn't have been doing this, you shouldn't have been drinking all this, that, and the other, when the fact of it is that he should have had his doggone mask together. He should not have taken that as an
baby, you got crazy motherfuckers out here.
Oh,
Easy.
well,
So y'all protect yourselves.
Easy.
Medea say peace for peace. And we're going to be right back. Because, this sexual assault causes what? Post-traumatic stress disorder. And we're going to talk about the triggers and so forth. So we'll be right back with the Chilove Radio Show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium.
Going, y'all motherfuckers ain't knowing that I got the city on L-O-C-K, nigga. I got the city popping off already. Club turn going ham already. Load the dope. I got body hoes already.
Hey love, welcome back to the Chilove Radio Show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium. We're talking about the incident with the Uber and the sexual assault of a 28-year-old woman got sexually assaulted up north. So we were talking about the story, giving tips on how to try to protect yourself. And sexual assault more than likely produces post-traumatic stress disorder. Oh my God. And when you have that, you have feelings of fear. You just don't feel safe. Feel like you can't really trust anybody. You feel feelings of shame, especially if you are around people who are telling you some type of way, low-key, that it was your fault that you got raped, that you got assaulted, that it's your fault that somebody hurt you. For people who have been through something like this, as family, as friends, giving tips on baby keeping yourself safe versus, well, you always wearing them little booty shorts, well, whatever, that is not conducive to a woman's healing or a person who has been assaulted at all. That is not conducive to it. You need to be supportive. You need to let them, tell their story and, say what happened, because a lot of women bottled it in. And then, a lot of people are being called crazy and stuff, and, I can't get next to her, or she flipping back and forth. But it's because she done been through some type of trauma and not comfortable talking to somebody, or done already heard how you feel about those type of situations and not comfortable even coming to you to tell you about it. So we have to be more nurturing and compassionate when somebody is saying, I've been hurt.
Yes.
Even if it's a situation that you would have handled differently or you would not have gotten yourself into, regardless, this person is going through it. It is affecting them, how it is affecting them, and we need to be more mindful of how we are receiving each other in our painful moments. Okay?
We was talking about love in the first segment, and this is the time when you apply real love.
Right.
When you're being supportive, when you're being understanding, just being that ear helps. You know what I'm saying? Let her vent, let her pour out, let her cry out. And just be that shoulder, just support her, and try to encourage her to do things differently, and I want to say this to brothers, if you have a lady, a wife, girlfriend, sister, niece, mother, cousin, it's our job too to prepare them for the thoughts of a man. Sometimes I know sometimes we try to shut them out, but sometimes we gotta let them in, and in situations like this, you gotta let them in. You gotta tell them, yeah, a lot of times the booty shorts, this, that, and other, makes you a target. You look like you up for grabs.
Wow.
To certain men. You get what I'm saying? To certain men don't even pay y'all attention. But then you have certain men that pay you a little bit too much attention.
Compassion is the act of, compassion is the act of love, man. You
Yeah.
gotta show love.
So the thing is, it's more of, if you're going to dress like that, good advice is don't be out there by yourself like that.
Facts.
Don't be out there. It's okay to be sexy. Be sexy. That's what a woman does. She be sexy.
There's a place and a place. There's a place for everything.
Right.
You
And
can't
don't
go hang on 63rd with no booty shorts. Listen to me. If you gonna go in the trenches with some booty shorts, some trenchful shit's gonna happen to you. Now, if you go to the club with your girls and you want to wear some booty shorts, that's appropriate. That's the club, whatnot. But if you going in the hood, well, it's nothing but vultures and savages, that's not really what you want to be wearing around them kind of guys.
Exactly. And in the club,
In
with
the
your
hood.
booty shorts on, you can't be bagging it up, throwing it on them guys, making them.
Well, that's
you
different.
selling him a fantasy, and he want to make it a reality. and you don't know what his mental is. You don't know this guy from Adam. You grinding because he buying drinks and this, that, and
So
other.
I have a
and he want to cash out for his drinks.
And he tired of the strip club. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know, because like you're saying, it's the man's way of thinking and perception of viewing things. Can we have some men who understand, who think above that?
Oh, you
To start to help these others recondition their brains.
I agree
Because
with
you don't see don't see us women saying, y'all be having, we like when y'all put the jogging pants on at some time. You don't see us grabbing y'all.
Melanie, you're 100% right. 100% right. And it's all about each one, teach one.
Right.
They just had a video right now. 4 young men watched and recorded a young lady get her ass whooped for about 40 minutes on the video. Just watched it and taped it while dude beat her ass. You know what I'm saying? Like if any of us would have been in a, what you do, man, get your hands off.
Right.
You know?
That's perfect.
Okay, now these dudes just sat there and watched. And now I'm only saying this, Melanie, because I'm saying you're right. But the society, okay, listen to me. The society we live in, the perception that people have about minding their own business. You know what I'm saying? And it's about, again, each one teach one. And it's about speaking out, saying, "Hey, that was some phony shit." Instead of recording that shit, y'all should have grabbed, dude. Hey man, get your hands off of a girl, man. What's wrong with you? And that's all.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say this too. A lot of people don't realize times have changed. Like when we were coming up, we were raised with a lot of respect. Things was a lot different back then. And now it's a totally different atmosphere. The way you approach a woman now is different. I'm gonna give you an example. I was coming out the store, saw a little guy standing at the bus stop, and he knew who I was, so I spoke to him. A little chick was waiting at the bus, and he was like, "Hey, B," called out her name. Give me your number. She started laughing like, "You lucky my bus coming," and gave him the number.
I seen it.
So with that being said, if you allow this type of treatment, you get what I'm saying? This is the treatment you're gonna get. So and if this is what they're used to, they feel like all women are the same way because they don't know no better. Because it's a totally different generation.
Or you a lame if you nice to them.
Right.
With all that.
I think the gentlemen are supporting you totally from watching the whole dope conversation, but I think also, Melanie, I don't want you to take it too chauvinistic, right?
Right.
That they're looking at the picture of some of the women that really, really just out here and doing it to themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because there is a few girls that set up a guy. They don't even know what they. You know what? It's a lot of females, honey. So what I'm noticing in this generation, that just like the blind lead the blind. Number one, it's a lot of females out there that had no strong male structure at all whatsoever, and they giving their homegirl some advice about leave dude for and come kick it with me at the club real quick. Right. And they was never had a daddy at home, a strong brother to raise them up. So they, a lot of these girls, instead of leave your man, need to, work it out with your man and mind your business and find you a damn man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you never had no father figure around.
Yeah.
To be giving it, that type of advice.
Yeah, and that's true. But
parents are a dying breed.
we know
nowadays.
You know what feels good to you. You see the effects of whatever is going on. Me myself, it was a lot of things actually that was going on that I went opposite to, because regardless of people saying that this is how it is, it didn't feel right to me.
Exactly.
So I went opposite.
It's sad.
Give us an example, Melanie.
Yeah.
Let's just say, like you said with the club with the hoish ways or something like this, I don't know. People have little whole past, is what it is. What it is. But as a little lifestyle, if he ain't got the car that's banging down the street, if he ain't got the, all the money, big drug dealer money, this, that, and the other, girl, it don't matter if he got all these other different women, as long as he's, still coming home to you and taking care of your stuff. That stuff didn't feel right to me.
Right.
I wanted to get to know a person. First of all, I'm on my own stuff. So I'm always trying to build up mine. Yes, you want somebody who's going to be able to do for you and do with you as well. But I want to get to know the person to see if I like you in my personal space.
Melanie, for the last 2 years, right? You know how many girls, right, that I've been seeing with the highest of standards and expectations, right? For they want their nigga to be like this, like you was just saying, the big baller, bank account, 2-3 debit cards, a couple of stash houses, and 2-3 old schools parked, and you know, a few runners and all that good stuff, right? But got 4 shorties by 3 different baby daddies, and got nothing but a legal card, and they nails done once in a while from a few dudes that be giving them $40, you know, because they think they cute. And once in a while, you don't want to, you know.
You said for the 40?
40 for 40. You know what I'm saying?
The whole thing after 40.
But, do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, but that's how it's taught, because look at back in the day. You know, that type of stuff like come from grandmamas, because a lot of times if they were young and the men that they were with were way older. So they was looking for stability. So it's like that got passed down because the man's supposed to be the head of the household or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like you. I got standards.
But it's like, I want to know, do we mesh? Is our chemistry good? I don't care about a big, now.
Wait, what you saying now? Hold on.
Come on. Because dude finna bring you little one if you don't tell him what you want.
When JC said you can't fit your hand in your new purse, I dig that. I like that. But some man to put that big rock on your finger and treat you like you less than the dirt up under his shoe.
Yes. I seen it.
So I'd rather somebody who's gonna cherish me and honor me, and we're gonna have that trust and that communication, and we have become one with each other. Because that's where the true elevation really comes from. You know, the great material things, that's obtainable. You know what I'm saying? But how does this person treat you? That's what matters to me. But we have all been conditioned certain ways, and there are things that we have seen. And if it don't feel right to you, it don't resonate with your soul, just because you know, society. We are society. Who do you think makes up society? Us, the people. We are. That's like I hear people like, oh well, policy states. You wrote the policy. What are we doing here? There needs to be some real accountability put out here. You should be able to wear what you want to wear, go where you want to go, stay where how late you want to stay, and be safe. And the men that you see around you are supposed to be protecting you while you're walking down the street, whether they know you or not.
Well, Melanie is getting better. I mean, look at D Wade's daughter, a son, whatever, now, and people flipping and identification, and you know, I'm a white man from Nantucket.
I agree too.
You know, so I mean, it's getting better.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Melanie, 10 years ago.
You know what I mean?
And I have a day, you know, Pop open. You know, I'm an artist, and I kind of live with my, you know, my heart on my sleeve. Everybody know I pop rock. My daughter's gay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And after doing 20 years of being locked up, that was a little hard for me to deal with, you
but
know.
it's getting better, like, you know what I'm saying?
But
like,
the difference, like John said, from 10 years ago and now, Pop support the lesbian community. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you let them live, bro. If you like another girl and you're a girl, hey, man, better do your thing. If you're a boy and you want some, you know, hey, that's something you did.
Right.
Hey, man, just peace, man. Peace to the world, man. Whatever it is, man. As long as you got love and you humanitarian, you know?
Yeah.
but it's getting better. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean?
Beautiful.
People can wear what they
going.
want and be who they want to be, and you know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel like women should be able to wear whatever they desire to wear, but unfortunately, in the society that we in, you get some people that just they are.
You have to be more conscious where you're at. Right. We live in the #1 capital murder rate of the country. We're in Chicago.
Not anymore.
Who is now?
I think it was I forget. We
still
number two.
Okay, we still in Chicago.
We drive from #1 to #2.
Okay, so we still my point exactly, man. We still in Chicago, right?
Right.
And man, this is the home of the Sandman. This is the home of Al Capone. This is the home of the mob, the pimps, the pushers, the crack, the dope. Come on now, we not the home of hip hop, but we right next to the home of hip hop. And just like it was dirty in Harlem, it's dirty on Chicago Avenue, Madison, 63rd, 79th. I mean, you want me, you know? So,
let's go.
So look, man, Chicago's rough. New York is rough. I know the other 2 cities for sure. You know, I don't know about too many other cities, but be careful. You know.
You know, Kanye West. had this little interlude song that said "Poopity Scoop."
I go.
What?
You gonna make me lift that shit up?
Kanye was saying a
You gonna make me
song.
lift this
And
shit
It's
up?
called Lift
I
Yourself.
don't know
Yeah.
about that one.
It's called
nigga.
Lift Yourself.
He was saying "Poopity Scoop." Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Poopty whoop whoop.
yeah, poopity whoop whoop, poopity scoop. So I'm thinking poopity scoop. Okay, let's go the poopity shit scoop. Clean this shit up.
Basically.
You hear me?
Yeah. Lift yourself, Kanye.
Lift it up. Pull back them doggone layers. You saw other men doing whatever that they was doing. Do you remember the reaction and the response of the woman that they was doing it to? Is that the same response that you trying to get? Just because you saw all your big homies and your daddies and your uncles and everybody doing their thing? This is like, thank God for growth. We're not number one murder capital anymore. We're number 2.
Small steps.
Small steps, they still matter. And we're going to be right back with the Chilove Radio Show on Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium.
Off of Viagra, Niagara Falls when she make it squirt. Take the barrel from a 4.5, put it into a 9 million, make it work. Tell my enemies to stay alert. Bless my shooters, I know they on dirt. Do not listen, they gon' spray your shirt. Plus you snitching, I saw paperwork.
Hey, welcome back to the Chilove Radio Show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium. We talking about the sexual assault. We gave you tips on what to do. Now, when that PTSD from that sexual assault comes in, I'm going to help you out with that till you get to a little therapist, okay? So you're going to open up about what happened. Tell it. Talk to somebody. Get it off your chest. Reach out to somebody that you trust. Make you a therapist appointment. Or call this rape crisis hotline, whose number I will give you all at the end of this segment. Remind yourself of your strengths and coping skills. And it's kind of good to just help others even when you are going through something traumatic yourself. It's like a double healing, you know what I'm saying? You could join a support group. Acknowledge the truth. Because, you just be like, I can't believe this happened. But you got to believe it because it happened. You have to accept, like, this is what happened to me. And then you take okay, I hate it, I don't like it, whatever emotion that come with it. Feel it. Acknowledge that. And then, okay, now what am I doing to prevent this from happening again? What am I doing to help myself become better so that this incident won't control the rest of my life or a certain part of my life? You have to recognize triggers, which could be people, places, smells, a certain date, the sights, sounds, and just plan accordingly. If you know that a certain person who did this, you need to try to, first of all, you need to go to jail, or your people need to handle it. Some needs to be done. But if ain't nothing done, try to stay away from this person. If it's certain, whatever it is that is reminding you of the incident, you need to try to formulate some kind of plan to help you cope so that you don't keep re-falling back into it. And a lot of times people say, well, that's psychological, just shake it off. But the truth is that who wants to constantly and consciously keep remembering somebody hurting them, causing them trauma, and violating them? No, that's the way it has restructured the brain. Your nervous system is now stuck on high alert and you just don't feel safe. So it's like whenever any of those triggers are coming about, you instantly go back into that mode. Yeah. So what you need to do is let yourself know is that, okay, you're acknowledging that it happened, but okay, I'm feeling my anxiety kick up or depression or whatever. I'm in the present now. Try to bring yourself back to the present. What happened is not happening at this moment. And if you are around somebody who is going through this, it's not always easy to bring yourself back in the present. And even if you do acknowledge, like, okay, I'm not there, I'm here, but this is what I'm feeling, it's a process. So a lot of this stuff takes patience. Acknowledge what you feel and don't shut down. We have times where we shut down and isolate ourselves, and sometimes we do need to isolate for a little bit to, try to come on back around. But not to the point to where you are just, people don't even really recognize you no more. You know what I'm saying? Your whole spirit, whole aura done changed. You can do things, coping skills, you can meditate, you can do yoga, tai chi. When you get to the point to where you are comfortable with somebody touching you, and fellas, you gotta understand, if your lady went through this, even though you're not the one who violated her body or whatever, she just don't want to be touched. You know what I'm saying? And don't make her feel bad about it. But when she does open up to allow that, a little massage therapy, because that's where we get that affection and that comfort from, with that tangibleness, to touch the skin. And if you don't want nobody touching you, baby, hug yourself. Hug yourself and give yourself some love. Stay connected to life as much as you can and those who actually care about you. Try to renormalize your life and get back to your routine of things. Concentrate on your goals and accomplishing and elevating while you're healing. That's helpful as well. Remember that this is an ongoing process. Take a break when you need to. Avoid programs and TV shows with sexual assault triggers, such as Law and Order, SVU.
I think that's their whole 12 seasons.
Like
getting raped.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Eat right, exercise properly, get plenty of sleep, because you have to understand this trauma has affected your brain. And sleep, actually, you heal in your sleep. You heal and you reset in your sleep. And a lot of times, trauma and sleep don't go together. You cannot sleep. It's gonna affect it. So however it is that you can get some sleep, please do so. It's very important. Try to get some vegetables, some fruits and stuff, some good foods into your system, because a lot of that heavy food is draining and it helps to keep you down, okay? But just remember that this is a process, and if you know anybody who has been through any type of assault, have been victimized in any way, we as a people need to come together and have compassion, even if you don't agree, even if you got your opinion about how you felt like it should have went or whatever the case may be. The fact remains that this person is still going through. So if you got any type of love for that person, then come and, support them, check on them. Let them know that I may not understand exactly what you're going through or why it's taking so long for you to shake it off. But I'm here for you. And even if you just want me to hold you, you know what I'm saying, while you crying, hold her while she crying. If she need a distract, whatever it is, just be there like you will want somebody to be there for you. A lot of times you feel like you're entitled to receive certain treatment, but you don't have to give it back, and that's not the program.
Tabernacle.
Yeah.
She said that ain't the program.
Tabernacle.
So if you all have, in instances with like the Uber sexual assault, do you know that this mess been going on so much that they actually have lawyers specifically for Uber sexual assault? Now that's a problem.
Wow.
That's the problem. They have received so many reports. And what's extra crazy is like going back and forth. It's the Uber drivers that sexually assaulting people. And then I read some articles on Uber drivers being sexually assaulted by passengers.
Wow.
I ain't heard that one.
Of course not.
Yeah, they ain't gonna
And
report that.
their number is 1-866-635-3160. That's for Uber sexual assault lawyer. Suicide prevention hotline, 1-800-248-7475. 1,000 Ways Martial Arts and Self-Defense Center, saying people still crazy out here. 773-472-7663. I think when they started to allow DCFS and the state and everybody to come in to be over these people's households and people stopped getting whoopings and discipline, people just started to go a little bit crazy. 773-472-7663. Because people just feel like there's no consequences for their actions these days. Like, and, you know, OMG. The National Sexual Assault Line, 1-800-656-4673. Gentlemen.
That's deep.
Man, you know?
That's deep.
Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. You know, I call this sharing of the minds, because we can all learn from each other and collaborate and, you know, get a new perspective and a fresh perspective on some things. And is there anything that you all as men, because we have to just uplift each other. But is there anything that you all would like to say to the people or to your fellow men about treatment of women? What would you have to say? Including you too, Pop. What message would you all give to the society of men who still thinking crazy?
We got to do better, man. If you got any integrity, you got any love for your mother, I mean, if you're young, you obviously ain't got no kids. But if you are older or younger brother, just remember you got your mother, man. You know, that's who created us all. And I'm from the old school, man. You talk back to your mama, you get your motherfucking ass whooped. And that's the problem nowadays, man. Parents, you know, just pull their kid's ear, they get locked up. So I wish it was a little bit more lenient on parents beating the shit out their kids real quick.
Pretty much.
The way I grew up,
It's
you
the
know.
difference between
You don't
abuse
beat them,
and
you don't love
discipline.
them, you know.
I just say, man, pick up your sisters, man. Just take all these sisters out here like they was your mama, they was your sister, they was your daughter. That's all I got to say.
I agree with him. I was just going to say that too. Just think about your moms, man. You know, you wouldn't want something like that to happen to us. So, you know.
Have y'all ever seen
Yeah.
y'all mama cry?
Yeah.
Y'all sister?
Yeah.
The type of hurt and disappointment, and it's so to the point where her looks is starting to change sometimes.
I
For
guess.
you to put somebody else's daughter, somebody else's mother, come on. Go ahead, Johnny.
Just kind of spearheading on what Maurice and Pop was saying. Yeah, basically just think about, you know, what I would say is think about that person, that woman, you know, or like even childhood, that one friend that's a girl that made you feel so good about life and about things and taught you things, and equate that to what you about to do if you're thinking about doing something stupid.
I want to add one more thing, Melanie, before you close out. Just go to my brothers, right? If you are involved with anybody that makes you feel like you got to put your hands on her, walk away. It's simple as that. That ain't nobody you need to be with, or you're not in a place where you need to be with anybody. You know what I'm saying? And Cook County Jail is got a bed for you. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that.
That's in real life. Yeah. Yeah, you do have to know and understand your triggers. If something about this person is making you feel like I'm gonna give you the Mecca Bing.
I'm sorry? What was that?
The Mecca Bing.
That sounds like something that you serve with a Corona.
Speaking of Corona, make sure to keep yourself protected from this coronavirus that's going on around here.
And remember, coronavirus is not the Corona beer, so don't stop drinking the beer. No. They lost millions already.
I know. Prices and participation, baby.
And we will see you all. I enjoyed you all. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to my special guests. You all continue with your black excellence. You know, shout out to Chilove. You all will see me again next Monday from 7 to 8, where we will resume with the Chilove Radio Show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, on Spotify Premium. Don't forget about the Shy Back event on March 14th. And if you want your own show, holla at us. Love.
Caliente!
I really enjoyed myself, man. Maurice Elliott Jones Jr., film producer, Twio Entertainment, We Fam, Andre Blaze, Rogers, High Fashion Demand. We enjoyed ourselves on the day, man. It's been amazing. The love is crazy. The Shy Love Show, baby.
And let me tell you something. Pop Worldwide Caliente, amazing. iHeart, Spotify, Melanie. I mean, this platform is amazing. I'm an award winner once again, and I'm so blessed to be able to continue this legacy. Man, make sure y'all tune in every week. Pop Radio.